Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this bucket bag. I am using an Ankara mix project, but the actual bag I am recreating, this is the actual bag I'm recreating. You can use any fabric of choice. So the actual measurement of the actual bag is actually around 12, 13, 14 inches by 7 inches, depending on how wide or small you want it to be. But me, I wanted a smaller bag because I don't like that kind of big bag. It's too big for me because I don't have anything I'm using it for. So, and the fabric to use, you can use any fabric of choice. I'm using a light leather, a white leather here that has a wrong side, but it's a little bit thick. And I am using this Ankara fabric as the other leather. So if you can use any fabric. You can use satin, you can use jean, you can use doll face, you can use this jet fabric that they use for souvenir. You can use any fabric as the upper parts. It doesn't really matter. So if you want to know the measurement I am using a 7 inches in length and a 9.5 inches in width, and the fabric that I'm using is a 17 inches in length and a 9.5 inches in width. The reason is because I wanted to use the fabric as the lining of the wall. So as you can see, I've already gone ahead and joined the sides together, and I've joined the leather to the Ankara, and I've also joined the sides together. So if I turn it this way, this is how it's going to be. I just hope you understand what I am talking about. So this is how I want it to be. I want it to have a seamless stitch on the sides while I am done working. So it will be like a back and front thing. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is just me trying to arrange it nicely to make sure I don't have any wrong side. So after doing that, the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is to get a D-ring that is going to be for the side. So you are going to shift the lining upwards and get a D-ring, and I am going to get a 7 8 9 inches in length leather and a 1 inches in width. So this is how I'm just going to sew it. So if your sewing machine can stitch, you can go ahead and stitch it like this, but if it cannot stitch, then you will sew it in between the Ankara fabric and the leather. So you just open it and just sew it. My sewing machine could not stitch, so I had to put it on the side. So please loose in between the Ankara fabric, Ankara fabric and the leather, then you stitch it. I just hope you understand. Don't put it on the side like this, because after stitching I realized that because I put it on the side, if the bag is empty, it will be going sideways. So make sure you loose in between the Ankara fabric and the leather, then you put it upwards. Let it be facing upwards, not sideways. So after doing that, this is me just trying to cut out the angle of the bag. So I'm cutting out 2 inches by the same 2 inches. If you are using the same measurements as me, you can use 2 inches by 2 inches. And if you are also using the actual measurement of the actual bag, which is 13 or 12 inches, you are using the same 2 inches. So cut your angle like this, and then bring the Ankara down, then make a straight stitch, then you also stitch the angle. I just hope you understand what I'm saying. So make a straight stitch and also stitch the angle. Please make sure it is aligned. Make sure it is aligned. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel once again. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. And if you are just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post in new tutorials, because on this channel we have many more amazing tutorials to show you guys. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. As you can see, our bag has come together, and that is like everything about this bag. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do now is to get the opening. So the initial bag we're creating has space on top, so I'm going to be going down by 2 inches. This is depending on how fringy you want it to be on top. So I went down by 2 inches and I realized that the materials wey beside I get no go reach. So I decided to go up by another half inches. So make sure you are making your markings on the two sides so that it will serve as a guide, so that you don't make mistake while sewing it round, because you have to go ahead and sew it round. You sew 1.5 inches round first, then you also sew half inches round as well. So I wanted to put a rope. This is like a 1 inches rope, a 1.5 inches rope. So I wanted to just fold it like a bias and put it. But when I looked at the bag that we were recreating, I realized it doesn't have a rope, it has an elastic band instead. So I decided to put an elastic band. Now the measurement of the elastic band depends on how tight you want it to be and how wide you want it to be. So I am just going to get this pin, and I'm going to put my elastic band inside the bag. So you are going to be opening. You are going to be opening inwards. You're going to be opening input. I really didn't give the actual measurement, but I just drag it, and the I got the way I want it to be, like the tight I want it to be. Then I just cut out the excess. So make sure you're opening one of the stitch parts from inside. Then you just put your elastic like this, and then you just keep dragging till it come out the other side. Then you cut off the excess and sew it on your sewing machine so that it will have a very nice feel. So please make sure you just keep dragging. This effect was perfect for me, and I just went ahead and cut it and stitch it. And that is like basically everything about this tutorial. I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Like I said earlier, the actual measurement of this bag, for those who want to make this particular size, on the one on the screen, is 12 inches by 7 inches. Then the inner black material is 5 inches. It's also 17 inches as well. I just hope you understand. So the only difference between that one and my own is smaller, but it is the same height. So you just go ahead and get your handle. This is just an already made handle I have somewhere, and I just attach it to just show you guys how the end product looks like. So thank you guys for tuning into the channel once again. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up, and also say something nice in the comment section below. If you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe, and see you guys in my next tutorial.